in the hood with it. Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. Thank you guys so much. We're going up on this channel, and it's all because of you. And for that, I'm very humbled. Graciously humbled. For reals, though. You know, I couldn't do it without you. So I like to answer questions on this channel. That's why we call it the Collective Clips. A little glimpse and a clips of an answer to a fucking question that you guys have asked. So I've been asked over and over and over and over again about Four Fingers Up, Two Twisted in the Middle. Wes Watson, right? Dago Wes Watson, to be in fact, right? That's my motherfucking license on the yard. People want to know just how real he is, if the stories he tells are true, and is he a convict or a con man or a little of both? Well, we're going to get straight into it, man. Wes Watson, Dago style, right? First and foremost, shout out to San Diego. So many real ones out there, man. This guy is like from the surrounding areas, so you guys will be all right, you know, for facts and for certain. So trip out on this. When I first started watching YouTube, man, up popped a fucking humbled, going bald, steroided out white man, brother. He looked like he was off a good vasito of coffee, right? Let me get that coffee, brother. He looked like he was doing his thing. And slowly but surely over time, his spills went from being accurate and pretty much kicked back and relaxed. He was in a relaxed state of mind till you could see whatever medications he was fucking self-inflicting started to take over. And his story started to regress, and his fucking mind state and how he felt and his true nature of being a narcissist popped out. And oh my goodness, it was all bad, right? It was so ugly, eh? I've had homeboys like that. I remember I had a homeboy. You know, now I call him the Mexican Wes Watson. This vato would start a story off and it'd be all smooth, and then out of nowhere, what you gonna do, brother? Right? He just fucking get his Hulk Hogan on and just start fucking flashing back and telling the story 100 miles an hour, and fucking he had me shook up in the corner. I was like, damn, I don't know whether to drop out or drop in, right? These are the type of individuals that either they believe the stories that they tell, which are just all fucking fantasy land, right? Or that's just his personality. When it comes to Wes Watson, I believe it's a little of both. I believe he literally actually believes the story that he tells. You know, a liar will believe the lies that they once spoke. So I believe he believes it, but at the same time, I also believe that it's a manipulation thing. I believe Wes is playing chess when everyone is playing checkers. I believe Wes is trying to sink your battleship, and I believe he's done that. He's went from an ex-convict, someone who had nothing, dirt poor, allegedly, according to him. I don't know. He's already told 10 different stories about the first day out. You know, he had a hamburger in one story, spaghetti in the other story, meatloaf in another, beef stroganoff in another. So I don't know what he had. Let's just say he had the death row meal. He had a little bit of everything. Smorgasbord, right? That's what he did. He went to a King's buffet. But according to his stories, you know, slowly but surely, he was a level 4 warrior. Okay, now these type of people incarcerated, we call them cell warriors. People that bump baking soda breath on the door, man, knowing damn well they ain't been where they say they've been. Okay, now I'm no one to talk. Okay, I can only talk about places that I've been, things that I've seen. When people ask certain questions, I don't answer them because it's above my pay grade and none of my business. And I know that. I know enough to say that. But Wes Watson is a free will. He's willing to say whatever it's going to take to get your last dollar. For the love of money. He needs that mighty, mighty dollar, y'all, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, this prison genre that I'm so eloquently placed in, right? I'll tell you right now, straight up, it's cutthroat. Behind the scenes, everybody trying to get to that breaking news, everyone trying to tell you a story. But it doesn't matter how many different stories we tell you, they're all pretty much the same thing. We've all pretty much had the same observations while incarcerated on the prison yards. Now, the good thing about this is you get clecha, you get knowledge you can't get in college from different perspectives. From the woods perspective, brother. From the brother's perspective, on crap. From a norteño's perspective, from a Southsider's perspective, from a non-active norteño's perspective, ding, 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 bingo, was his name-o. And from every different other perspective, natives, usos. And that's a great thing because according to what you believe, you know, your belief system is totally up to you. You can go listen to whoever you want. I do it for merely entertainment. At the same time, the true stories, righteous stories, things that have happened along my lifeline. Now, when it comes to Wes Watson, I believe a lot of these things he talks about did happen. I don't believe they happened to him, though. He's one of those vatos that takes me that he knows these stories or he's seen these things happen on the yard and he inserts himself into the story. You ever seen them type of individuals? Yeah, but the fucking 9/11, the fucking the Osama, they bombed this shit. Yeah, I was there. I wasn't actually there. I was at a Winchell's Donut, like down the street. But you see this right here? See this scar right here? That's from the puff when it fucking exploded. It's right there. They be bullshitting you. Okay, they always insert themselves in stories. He might have been there, fucking 19 blocks away looking from a telescope. But at the same time, he's going to put it right on the spot. Now, same thing happens with Wes. And there's been people to try to expose him and people that say he hasn't been where he said he's been. And I'm not here to discount whether he's been on a 4-yard or not. I just think it's rather funny, some of these stories he tells. Because when he first came into YouTube, and he was one of the first persons I seen in the prison genre, besides Big Herc and Boxer from Paradigm Media. When I noticed Wes, I was like, okay, there's a wood, brother. Spence on a tira. The woods are in, right? And after 35 seconds of his first story, yeah, I went to go finding Bigfoot. I'd rather look at the aliens at the Miami Mall because at the end of the day, me having done time, I know what's right and what's wrong. And there's a whole bunch of holes I could poke in his story. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to bring the white man down, brother. But at the end of the day, I calls it as a season, and I want some tutti fucking fruity. And that ain't tutti fruity. He's fruity, all right. But he ain't real ice cream, right? He ain't good to the palate. This Volta right here be bullshitting people. He's a bullshit artist. A narcissist and a bullshit artist. Someone who used his size, and I think his size is what captivated everybody. When you look on YouTube and you see a big swole dude, automatically you're gravitated towards that. That's the illusion that people that have never been to prison or people that have been to prison look at. They look at the tattoos. They look at that's your resume right there. The tacas, they're going to tell you where you've been. That's your storyline, homes. And then, of course, his size, people were like, oh, he's a real one. And then he spit all that motivational shit. Oh, you could be like me. But guess what, man? You're not trying to be like Wes. Be like yourself. Be a better version of what that Vato is. Because everything that I've seen, he degrades people, talks shit to people, and tells them why they can't when they can. Okay? You don't need to fucking wake up at 3 a.m. when the birds ain't chirping and start fucking doing 122s and make your aura wake up the whole dorm. You don't have to do that. You don't have to spit all over that fucking cricket phone that you're using to record your videos. You don't have to do a lot of things that he does, but for 20 thou wow, I guess you do. So this guy was able to make a channel, okay, and encapsulate the word hooping. Under the word hooping now in the Webster Dictionary is a fucking picture of Wes doing this. Right? He's fucking got that sewed up. Think about it. When you think about hooping, no, you don't think Michael Jordan or basketball. When you think about hooping, you think Wes Watson. He's got it sewed up. For those of you that don't know what hooping is, refer to the Wes Watson handbook. It's going to be right there under shove your hand up your ass. That's what he does. Okay, he made that famous. He made that relevant on YouTube. There's a lot of things that you don't speak on, or if you speak on, you do it quickly. Okay, hey, it's an unfortunate event that while you're incarcerated, if you're with that gangster lifestyle, if you're affiliated, if you're doing your thing like you're supposed to do while incarcerated to protect and preserve yourself and your safety and not your integrity, but your safety, yeah, you have to properly secure things. Hey, it's probably the one thing in prison not a lot of us like to talk about. Those that have secured bundles or pedazos, which is a knife shake, right? It's not easily spoken on. It's not something we're proud of, I'm sure. I know I'm not. But it's something that's mandated and something you must do. It's part of that life. Hey, you know what you signed up for, right? Well, there it is there. You signed up for cramming your fucking, your 2 fingers up your ass. Now, Wes takes it to a whole nother level, right? Racket don't smoke and racket don't joke. Racket put the hand up your gluteals, right? He does some different type of shit. He tells a story. And we're going to get to the whole con man aspect in a minute. But he tells a story, and it's funny, man. I forget which story it was, but he said, that he has to properly secure and take his paperwork everywhere because that's his license to walk that yard. And here's my question to Wes. And some clecha, some knowledge you can't get in college to everybody else, gente. Why would you stick your paperwork in your asshole when you could just put it in your property and take it with you? Why would you hoop something that isn't illegal to have? Why would you fucking put something inside your fucking small intestine that you could just easily put right there next to the sopas and the Folgers coffee, brother? I don't understand where he gets having to hoop his paperwork. I've never in my life seen anyone have to hoop their paperwork. And if you have to hoop your paperwork, that means you fucked up and you're in question. Ask anyone who's been in prison. That's exactly what it means. If you have to keep some identification on you at all times, that means right there, Holmes, there's a fucking asterisk next to your name, a question mark. You're on freeze somewhere. Because people that are just a regular fucking convict that have been doing time for a long time, when they get to a place, they're going to be like, hey, you got you. They don't say, give me your fucking paperwork, bitch. They don't do that. They're like, hey, what's up, bro? They won't even ask you for your paperwork. You present it to them. So the first thing you tell your cellie when you walk in that cell, your cell's like, hey, what's up, bro? Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. You know, whatever. That's the Mexican way of doing it. The Woods would be like, hey, what's up, brother? Got coffee? Before we even say anything, I need to have a shot, right? And the brothers would be like, damn, what's up? What's easy? My sheezy, right? Everyone got their different way of saying what's happening. But when you go in there, first thing you're going to do, man, is tell yourself, hey, trip out, bro. As soon as I get my paperwork, I got you with my paper. As soon as I get my property, I got you with my paperwork into my legal folder. Orale, Holmes. It's all good, bro. And boom, they're going to be watching you a little bit. And boom, you present your paperwork. They present theirs. It's all good in the hood. You guys fuck around, take a shot of coffee if you're white, need a salt pop if you're Mexican. It's what it is, right? But to be honest with you, that guy saying he hooped his paperwork, I know this right now. And this is coming from someone who's seen some good woods, good skins on them yards. If that motherfucker pulls his paperwork out of his asshole and hands a shitty ass piece of paperwork to his cellie, that right there is a bad case. You just caught a bad sex offense, right? So I didn't believe that shit. I think he was going overboard, above and beyond, to encapsulate some type of storytelling that people believe. You know, people are scared of that. Damn, I don't want to put nothing in my. You know, it's. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not difficult and it's not nerve-wracking the first time, but it's just part of the game, man. It's a part of the game we shouldn't even speak on here on YouTube because it stinks. But anyways, so him saying that, I was like, this guy's crazy. And then he said, well, that's my license to walk the yard. And then 2 days later, I'm listening to another spiel just because I like laughing, right? And the other spiel, he's talking about these tattoos, this www.baboso.com that he has tattooed on his stomach, right? Or on his chest. That's everybody knows me from Wes Watson. Nobody knows him though. Nobody knows him. I had a family member that was locked up in Oklahoma with them and he said nobody knew him. That was just another fucking big white dude in the corner of the yard doing dips. Look, I'm not going to knock his hustle. The man works out. The man takes care of himself. Whether it's legally or illegally, I don't know. That's his business. But I will say this, and this is for one thing for sure, two things for certain, right? You don't get that way just on dips, humps, and push-ups. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know what bodybuilder type angle he's going for, but if you're going to give knowledge you can't get in college, if he's going to tell people you can be like this, you could be a better person, he lucked into the bullshit. That Vato was going bald. That Vato was all fucking veined out. That Vato was all fucking, he was that close to getting back on one when Big Hurt came stumbling along and pulled him into a fucking interview. And all of a sudden, that Vato said, hey, there's money in this shit. He got gamed up and he started screaming and yelling at everybody. That's the true Wes Watson. Okay, there's a lot of people that defend his honor. There's a lot of people that defend his integrity. There's a lot of people that defend him, period. And I'm not here to knock the man down and talk shit. I'm here to have fun, though. But I will say this, you know, see between the lines, man. Read between the bullshit. I know his shit stinks, but you got to read between it because at the end of the day, you got to understand this. You know, if you're a good person, if you want to be a better you, then work on yourself. You don't need another grown man yelling at you to work on yourself. You don't need fucking Richard Simmons. Okay, sweat to the oldie. You don't need that. You don't need LeVar Burton in the Reading Rainbow reading you a book. You don't need none of that. All you need, you definitely don't need David Ruff from the Temptations miniseries screaming at you. What you need is to just take care of yourself. Come on now, man. What kind of person does it take to be easily manipulated by this guy? You know, first of all, what's his resume? He did time in prison and now he's a changed man. He wasn't a changed man until he found YouTube and got a little YouTube money. And now he's a motivational speaker. Motivating you on what? On how to fuck up and get lucky? Come on now, stop it. You know, not everyone in this world has what everyone else has. What he has is the gift of gab and the intensity. But really, I've seen plenty of these guys on the yard before. They act intense, they act crazy, they fucking, all of a sudden he's got hair plugged for men, his hair is back, and he's a little bit bigger, and his fucking voice changed, and fucking he's with Instagram models, and he got Lamborghinis, he's balling out, he's doing his thing, and he tells you everything, he tears you down. See, that's what Wes is. He's a person that tears other people down because he's a narcissist. He'd rather tear you down than build you up. You know, I've seen plenty of instances where people sent him money or they got involved in his little course or whatever the fuck he's doing, right? Or whatever bullshit he's playing you with. And people have gotten screamed and yelled at. They've called him. He's telling them, what the fuck, bro? He's threatening people's families. Threatening people. This dude right here is not a good dude. He's not a good individual. He played a whole bunch of people out of their money. He played a whole bunch of people out of their rhythm. He played a whole bunch of people that didn't deserve that. You know, most people that go online and believe in this fucking motivational bullshit, you know, it's because they have a flaw within them. A lot of people just want to help out and want to make a better you, and I understand that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But hey, do a few push-ups, drink some water, and take a walk. There you go. There's the knowledge you can't get in college. That's going to help you more than some fucking grown man wearing Just for Men spitting all over you. Now, I know Dubs on the other channel, he does Wes Watson Wednesdays, and it's funny. And again, man, I want to reiterate, I'm not hating on Wes, man. I hope in life he wins. And the only reason I'm even speaking on this is because people have asked me. I know I take little jabs and little subliminals and do little things in my videos. It's all in jest, all in fun, because he's a fucking character. He has made himself into a character on YouTube. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That guy went from being just another guy telling prison stories to just telling some fucking stupid, outlandish stories that nobody would believe. Talking about getting caught with dope at fucking in the visiting room and taking off running. Then you get shot. You don't take off running nowhere in prison, bro, unless you're playing soccer with the paisas on the yarda. You don't do nothing. Okay? Some of these stories he tells, they're just too hard to believe, but people believe them. And it's ridiculous. I know some of the stories I tell, it's hard to believe. Unless you've lived that life, unless you've been there on the other side of the walls, you don't understand. It's a whole different world. It's a world filled with tragedy. It's filled with it. Okay? But bro, I'm not going to pull up to a fucking spot and take off running fucking with a half ounce of heroin in my asshole. It's just not going to happen. Okay? So some of these stories he tells are ridiculous. Now, is he a multimillionaire? Absolutely. Did he do that? Sure did, right? However he did it in whatever ways or luck that he stumbled into, good for him, man. But what does that do for you and me? That gives us, I guess, something to motivate us to get there. But I'd rather get there by hard work and have my integrity doing it. You know, there's certain things I will and I won't do here on YouTube. I'm a comedian. I do it in a comedic fashion. I tell my stories. I found my own lane, my own niche, man, my soft spot right here in this genre. But one thing I'll tell you is for certain, right? I'm not going to sell out or sell myself for the dollar. I'm not going to sell myself out because I want to better people. And I want people, not because I tell you what to do, because I game you up. I give you just a little bit of game. Maybe somewhere along the line, one of you youngsters that's locked up be like, damn, Gun said fucking this, man. I'm going to try that. And then figure out it works for you. And it's not going to work for everyone. But I'm not going to spit at you, yell at you, scream at you, force you, talk about how much of a piece of shit you are, talk about you'll never make it, talk about you wish you were like this. None of that. I ain't on swole. I ain't got a lot of money. I don't drive a Lambo, but I'm comfortable in my skin and I'm happy, man. And I want everyone else to be happy. So don't fall for the con. Don't fall for the bullshit. Don't fall for someone fucking sending frivolous vibes and fake game out there on YouTube, on social media. Social media is undefeated. It's a beast, man. If you believe everything you see and everything you read, fuck, bro. You be like that, right? You be all fucked up. Straight up. I'm just giving you real game. So anyways, is all that money and everything that Wes Watson have, does he really have that? He does, man. He honestly does. I know people that fuck with him that say, yeah, he came up. I ain't mad at him, bro. You can't be in another man's pockets. You can't pocket watch. That's the number one rule in the game. Respect and don't watch another man's wallet. What he has, don't strive to have what he has. Strive to have what you have. Go get your own. Make your own. If people want to be manipulated, then let them. You know, that's the game that I've learned. It's just unfortunate that people have to make their money that way, but it is what it is. There's a lot of people that do that. You know, I'm not telling you guys something you don't even know. So anyways, Wes told a story one time, tripped me out, right? He told a story how he was a shot caller. And let me explain to you. The word shot caller is not even used in prison. No one says, hey, shot caller. That's some fucking weird shit, right? That they came up with in Hollywood. You're a llavero, key holder, whatever, the man. It's quietly unspoken. Everybody knows who's who and what's what on them yards, okay? Someone of status, someone that's seasoned, a veterano, you know, just someone that fucking is put in that position because he's willing to handle business and conduct himself and lead the troops. Not everyone's born a leader. Some people can be made into a leader. Some people are born that way. Not everyone is. There's only one chief and a little bit of Indians, but it's all good, right? So Wes doesn't strike me as a leader. He strikes me as a bullshitter. Someone who goes on the yard, and believe, you see him, he's all big. Oh, he automatically must have been a shot caller because of his size. Are you fucking kidding me? The smallest fucking little wood on the yard, little short stacked wood, drinking a whole big ass fucking mug bigger than him of coffee is usually the fucking guy running the show. Yeah, that's usually bottles. You'll get your fucking hands dirty like the rest of us. That's the one. That's usually the one, right? So when he tells these stories, oh, I'm a fucking shot caller, he's bullshitting you guys. He's lying. That never happened. Like I said, I had family in Oklahoma when he was there, and he wasn't calling nothing. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was working by the latrine. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning up toilets. Facts. Just like the homie was. So anyways, he told a story, man, about being a shot caller and having people whacked and having people hit and having people removed and all these things that he done, these crazy things that he done. Why did he never do a shoe term? Why was he never in the shoe? Why did he never catch life? Why? I mean, you get away with some things and you might think automatically you stab someone, you get life. No, that's not the way it works. But how did you get out on your earliest projected release date? How did you not pick up another case? How did you get away every fucking time? Let me tell you, when you're the man, the shot caller, and you're having people hit and whacked and you're big and you're intimidating, you're punking people on the yard like Wes says he does, they're kiting you. They're 602ing you. They're fucking writing anything they can. And if they're going to fucking take a boot, fucking tear it off and write on the, whatever they can to get you out of there. Believe me, there's a lot of people telling in prison, man, because they either want your position and trying to fucking dirty politic you and play you out of it, or they just want to get rid of you because you fucking caused too much chaos on their yard. So he be lying, man. That's a lie. Like I said, I could poke holes through every story that he has, but at the end of the day, it just would seem like hating. And that's what I'm not doing, is hating. I'm just telling you guys the truth, only because you asked the question. Anyways, from millionaire to convict to con man, you call it what you want. Does he have money? Yes. Does that make him more man than me? No. Am I proud of him? No, because I don't even know him. But I ain't mad at him either at the same time, right? Is he the fucking world record-breaking hooper, master hooper? Well, he gave himself that title. Just for men. That Volta gets it. Anyways, with that being said, man, I hope I answered the question of the homies that keep asking, what's up with Wes Watson? What's up with Wes Watson? I don't know what's up with Wes Watson, man. You want to hear some fucking fake stories on YouTube and laugh? There you go. It's merely entertainment. It's like reading my fucking Beethoven or my fucking Albert Einstein book to his fucking long arm of the law, fucking Louis L'Amour, Western, Gunsmoke. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive to struggle, the struggle to strive. I'm going to continue to do what I does. I'm about to take a trip right now. I'm up early in the morning. It's 6 in the morning. I don't have to work today. I'm going to take my kid, my family. We're going on a trip. So I'll be giving you guys footage sometime this afternoon of the trip, right? It's going to be fun, man. We're going to have fun times. Got to make memories with your family. Always remember that. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. And telling you guys the truth, man. Not bullshitting you guys. Anyways, this spot I'm going to has a haunted house. I'm going to go up in there and see what it do. Bang, bang. The gun.